So I'm going to get Evan to set up in the push-up position. So Evan, hands on the floor. Okay, what we're looking out for is for the back of the head, the upper back, and the lower back towards the butt area to be in nice alignment. So from here, Evan's going to retract his scapula, keeping it stable, depressing it slightly, keeping the navels drawn in. And from here, instead of going straight down, because our knees are on the floor, Evan's actually going to go slightly forward when he drops down into the push-up. So Evan's going to do 1 repetition of it, coming up. And in the next one, what we're also looking out for is the stability of the scapula. So as you go down, if there's an imbalance or weakness in the scapula, chances are you're going to see a hiking over on one side. So this is a good exercise to help you assess or develop the scapular stability that you need as well. So from here, Evan's going to drop down into another push-up. Stable, even, coming back up. And that's the push-up with the knees on the floor. Okay. This is a progression of doing the push-ups with the knees on the floor to doing the push-ups with knees off the floor. Okay, so I'm going to have Evan set up in the push-up position again. Similar to what we did with the knees on the floor, I'm going to have him raise his knees off. Again, looking for the alignment of the back of the head, the upper back, and the lower back. So from this position, Evan's in nice alignment here. We're going to retract the scapula, depressing it slightly, keeping the navels drawn in, and tilting the pelvis ever so slightly to make sure that we achieve the alignment. Now from this position, Evan is going to drop his whole body down, bending his elbow into 1 repetition of the push-up and pushing straight back up for 1 repetition. He's going to do it again, making sure that the scapula is stable, back is in nice alignment, and pushing up as one whole unit. As you do a few more repetitions of the push-up and you start to fatigue, one area that you find that's going to throw your body out of alignment is the sagging of the navel and the lumbar area, and it's going to droop and cause a bit of lordosis. So as you start doing a push-up, coming up, it's going to start looking like this. Go down into a push-up and you see that curvature happening into almost like a cobra pose when you do a push-up. This is going to put a lot of strain on the lumbar spine. So if what we want to do is just to raise the hips back, okay, drop down into a push-up, keeping that alignment and coming back up. If you can't hold this position, just regress down with your knees on the mat and continue the repetitions of the push-up so that we can help protect the lower back. As a progression from the foundational push-ups, we're going to do a push-ups with 3-point contact. Okay, so I'm going to get Evan set up into a push-up position with the knees off the floor. Again, looking for that alignment between the upper back, the back of the head, the upper back and the lower back. And from this position, Evan is just going to raise his right foot off the floor, not too much, just a bit, without compromising the alignment. And from here, he's going to drop down into a push-up, pushing down and keeping up. And one more time, squeezing the scapula and pushing back up, and rest, relax. One common mistake that people make as they do this push-up is that they leave the right foot or the foot that's off the floor hanging in the air as they drop down in the push-up. Now what this happens is that you're going to create a lordosis on the lower back and causing strain on the lumbar area. So a negative example of this would be as such. You're going to drop down into the push-up and coming up and relax. A better way to do that would be to ensure that as you're dropping down into the push-up, you bring your right foot together with you. So here now, Evan's going to drop down and push up, right leg's going down together as well, coming up and holding it right there. It's also going to place a lot more emphasis on the core to make sure that the right foot is being kept up and following down along with you into the entire phase of the push-up. And relax, rest.
RetroFit, what drives your body?